20th. Or maybe that's IBJJF.
September 20th or 21st. Is it Saturday?
Surely.
21st.
Ye old bare knuckle.
Get your tickets.
No, he's not bare knuckle.
Not bare knuckle.
I thought it was bare knuckle.
There's bare knuckle on the card.
There's Muay Thai, there's
okay,
bare knuckle,
okay. I
there's
thought it was bare
MMA.
knuckle.
They're doing the one championship
I didn't
thing.
know.
They do. You're eating on camera is the problem. It's not your content that you're talking about.
Look.
This is what Mark gets
folks.
like enraged about.
I got literally halfway through it, and it just.
Well, finish it.
No, look, it just fell over. Look.
Why won't you finish it?
Put it in your mouth.
That's
Jeff.
what you want. Not that.
Put it in your mouth.
That was good, wasn't it? See?
I mean, it was.
It's so good, Jeff.
Yeah,
I thought it was funny.
that's cool.
Shut up. Anyway.
Yeah, boy.
What's going on, folks?
Shit.
Hey, we have a special guest. Can everybody see him?
No one can see Dave.
No,
Not unless you can
We
like,
have
turn
the
your
legend.
camera.
see if your
Mr.
mic's on
Dave.
there, Jeff or Dave.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Mr. Schumacher.
Off cam.
He's not on cam, but
No,
he is here.
He's having some reconstructive surgery done, and
Yeah, on his,
his
face.
y'all won't
Yeah.
even notice Dave in another
No.
couple weeks.
He's having the whole Mike Cox treatment.
Yeah, my Cox.
No, it's his Cox, not your Cox.
My God.
He said
He
his
said
Cox.
He said my Cox.
His Cox.
You're having reconstructive surgery on my Cox? On your Cox?
It's his Cox because it was his Cox first, and then you said your Cox.
Is it Botox on your Cox?
Wait, can I do that?
I don't know.
That'd be
Think
cool.
about it. It's just injections.
It's numbing though.
Yeah, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, that'd be
I
bad,
don't want
right?
like a sleeve. I don't
No.
want, like-
It's just a sleeve.
I don't want it to feel like I just have a sleeve of a cock, Jeff.
Oh.
Meaning when I enter vagina, I can't feel it
Why are you
as
making
well.
him explain sex
He
right
asked. He asked.
I wasn't sure.
When
Why
a
is he
man and a
making
woman
you
get
do that?
together
So when
and
he
they
said
like each other very
sleeve,
much.
I was thinking tattoo.
now? He's not doing that either.
I thought you were
Okay,
getting like,
well,
getting a
I'll
sleeve?
further explain. Guys that have a little dick, they have a dick extension that's like a sleeve. And they just like strap on and get going. I actually think that they have to hold it on there or something.
Don't they have a button or something? Some of them with like a pump.
Some of them have a pump to get an
They
erection.
got
They're
a
like
button on their hip or something. They hit.
something like that. What if? Yeah, how would that work rolling?
Oh, that'd be
You
terrible.
run into it and accidentally get a hard on.
Somebody single leg X me and my
Full guard?
Yeah.
They squeeze it in full
bro.
guard.
Yeah,
You just
done.
break guard right up the old
Yeah, oil check
shoot.
ish.
good.
We're a bunch
Not
of
good.
children.
I did scream oil check one time today.
Yeah, I was proud of you. You did good.
I didn't get any altercations whatsoever today.
Hey, that's
none.
a win.
It was a
This is
ton
such
of
a
white
great-
and blue belt jujitsu.
We made some people laugh though, bro.
Dude, we accidentally.
we
there was
made some
more than once, like 3 times.
Yeah.
That our commentary off the side of the mat had the person in front of us turn around and look and laugh.
Yeah.
Like we weren't trying to. We're just talking
No,
to
we were
each
just
other.
talking crap, podcasting basically on
Like we, yeah,
the
normally
side
do.
of the mat. One of them was so
See, we
deserved.
keep saying that we're going to take.
We keep proving
all
that we
this.
need to do it.
Okay, so here's another option too. I've gotten hit up on Facebook by this wrestling promotion,
Yeah.
bro, that's doing professional wrestling here locally somewhere.
They want us to come commentate.
No, just friends and they don't know that they should yet, but they should. Like they don't know it yet, but I think we'd be great. I think
Why
we'd be
don't you
hilarious.
tell them what we do?
I'm
Say,
going
"Listen,
to.
If you guys really want to
Absolutely
turn this
going
into
to.
something, you let us
let me-
three commentary on this shit.
Let me do a shout out to them real quick.
What's their name?
So that's what I'm gonna find.
Well, I know. I was just pointing out that you didn't know.
I don't remember.
But y'all are awesome. We know you have a huge draw, and we have a huge draw. And if you have midgets,
It's
I'm
bullpen.
versed in midgets.
Bullpen professional wrestling.
Bullpen.
Bullpen
I
professional.
don't know if we
wrestling.
get what's the wrestler from Carrollton? Not Bull.
Goldberg?
No, he's at
Goldberg's from Carrollton.
Carroll County. No, he's from Atlanta.
Yeah, that was close.
Not though, huh?
Yeah, it's terribly.
Buchanan was
Bull Buchanan. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
His son is a
Yeah, so I think that's who this is.
yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we've kind of met him. Dave's met him a bunch of times.
Yeah. So he's doing pro wrestling out in Bowden. You're going to be out of town though. It's
Yeah,
on
I do leave on
July the 20th.
I do leave on the 20th, like that morning.
I mean, is that negotiable?
Yeah, not really. It's a good call, Dave. Dave's off camera. Yeah, it's really not.
Dave.
I can't delay the family. Angelina's coming down. Like, she's flying in Friday.
The better question
What
would
better
be,
way to start your weekend than taking the fam? Dominic would love it. Taking your fam out to professional wrestling.
You know who? You know what?
On Saturday, July 20th at the Bowden High School Gymnasium.
Stephanie, I love you.
You know Dominic would love it.
And, Mark cares about you too.
I do.
But
I do.
she's going to have to okay that one.
Well,
And I don't know if I want to, man. What are they going to do? They're going to give me some money?
bro, it could be a thing.
Dave, what's that, Dave?
They're probably not going to give out money.
No, probably not money.
I know
No.
what Mark's saying. Mark's saying that this could be a breakthrough moment.
Yeah,
for CRJ.
we could have a Pat McAfee moment.
Look, I can take you to like 3 trailer parks on any given weekend in Bowden, and you'll have the same exact show.
It's not the same.
Okay.
It's not the same.
I love-
we commentate there, we get arrested. We commentate here, we're safe.
I love Bull, but how many of y'all heard about this before now?
Never.
He's going to have Hall
But
of
to
Famer
be fair,
Ron
I didn't
Simmons
hear
out
about the
there.
redneck.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Ron Simmons?
Ron Simmons?
Oh, Ron Simmons.
Old man Simmons' son?
No, it's Old Man Simmons now.
Dude, fucking
Yes.
Yes.
Brent Hamilton, he just met him. He was just posted that he met him tonight.
Yes.
We talked about that.
That doesn't make it better.
Like Comic-Con or something, I don't know.
Yeah. He's
What
gonna
if we
be
got
there.
Brent to show up in like one of his giant
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con outfits?
We probably
Does
could.
Brett do that?
Yes.
Brent.
Big time.
Brent.
Brent.
I mean, Brent.
Big time.
Mr. Hamilton to you.
Yes. Black belt.
does Comic-Con?
Mr. Black Belt.
Black belt.
Oh, they are
Oh, it's
deep
big.
into it. I'm talking
Yeah.
about,
big.
yeah, like
Okay.
giant costumes.
Well, listen, I mean, obviously you're having mad respect because he's,
It's-
He's got to show you, yeah.
but
They're like crazy outfits, so it's like a
that's
lot into it.
really, really, really odd.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, his wife does all these crazy costumes
does
too.
it too.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. I mean,
I gotta say, Brent, is it Rachel or Rochelle?
Rachel.
Rachel, yeah.
Yeah.
Your Viking ones, top notch.
On point. Yeah.
Keep that going. Shout out to Keegan, her son.
I don't know what.
You know, Brent bounces down at
Yes.
278 bar or whatever.
He
down
does so many things.
there. He does a lot of stuff.
Like he really does a lot.
He's a real inspiration for like middle-aged dads that own jiu-jitsu gyms. I can tell you that.
Is he?
Yeah, dude.
Is he gonna start
Yeah.
his own thing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's doing it.
Oh yeah. Look, on point. Look, hey, that's him.
That's what he just showed me.
Yeah.
Boom.
I mean, hey, if that's what gets you going,
Look, if this is a whole bunch of kids and everything, they would go crazy. Dominic would lose his mind seeing something
Oh,
like
if he
that.
saw a 9-foot looking robot looking thing
dude.
come towards
Is
him,
that like real steel? Is that what that's supposed to be?
I don't know, idea.
He has a bunch of them. He has one that looks like a rhino.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Hulk.
The Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk is good. It's a good
I
one.
think he's done the thing. If he hasn't, you should.
Yeah.
So do you think him and the missus kind of role play with that shit?
Why you wouldn't?
Why wouldn't you, bro?
Like Superman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but with them it's like a
That's
giant
weird.
and like a Viking woman.
Yeah,
I
that
kind of would just feel bad for her, really. Dude, why would you have all that stuff if you wouldn't? If it was me, I'd be the Hulk, fucking Wonder Woman every weekend. Got
I'm
nothing?
trying really hard.
So-
Are you?
Not yet.
Is it really hard?
Yeah, it's so hard.
So, Mark,
it's so hard right now.
you think they would let us set up a booth?
Don't change this. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I really want to change the subject.
You don't want to talk about a black belt's wife?
Nah, I'm good.
I didn't talk about his wife.
Yeah, we were them. Their
In
relationship.
conjunction
Yeah, no,
together.
just
I would
them.
never
No,
disrespect
no,
somebody's
not
wife. Never gonna disrespect.
No disrespect whatsoever.
No.
Full respect.
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 Compliment.
Profess.
Make sure we tag him in all this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send him the clip. I've
just
sent him
saying.
clips before.
Like we could go.
Like, Brent buys our merch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're the coolest people ever.
Yeah, yeah.
he's one has a really
I love
awesome
him.
Jeep, right?
Yeah, his Jeep's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And a
really checks a,
Tesla.
checks a lot of boxes.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
the
for
whole.
sure.
I think my association with that whole Comic-Con thing is I used to work with a guy, and he would go to these things, and he was the weirdest person I had ever been
They
around.
got all the
in my life.
nerds.
Damien does them.
Hey,
Damien
hey.
does them big time.
RP.
RP, his
RP
daughter.
takes his daughter, yeah.
Yeah, his daughter and RP
They
goes.
love that stuff.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him ever dress up.
I don't know that he dresses up either, but he goes. He's
He's a little
definitely.
introverted. I don't know if he'd be.
He'd need a costume. He'd need
yeah,
a
put
mask.
him in a mask. I bet he'd come.
Yeah, I
I
bet
bet
he'd do fine.
the real RP would come
But
out.
I think that might be what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what I think. The
you just
fact that,
associate it with a weirdo.
no, I think that the fact that they can mask behind their real identity gives them the confidence to go out there and do that.
Well, and I'm sure there's a lot of other things if you psychoanalyze them that they get lost in the comic books world. and,
yeah, of course.
I mean, it's really cool. If you like doing that,
it's way cooler than Dungeons and Dragons.
and it's way cooler than meth. Like,
If those are our options, I'll go to Comic Con
mean,
and do meth.
right?
Unless I can do meth at Comic
Comic-Con.
Con.
It's
Did you
probably
say
Coke.
you would go to Comic-Con
Yeah,
and
it'd
do
be Coke.
meth?
it's probably Coke at Comic Con.
If I could. Yeah, just
probably
leave
not
it in my mask and I'll just every now and then and fucking get out of the way, kid.
Like in your Hulk outfit?
Yeah, just a little, yeah.
I'm like, guys, I'll be honest, I don't know how much cocaine I've done right now. I can't see. I'm way too hyped and I'm sweaty. And I think I'm gonna pass out.
Iron Man.
You think they have to have security at those things?
Oh yeah.
Or is
Yeah, I'm
everybody
sure.
just cool?
Like some guy
Oh,
really thinks he's like He-Man or something and goes crazy,
Like two Luke Skywalkers start getting at it. Like your shit sucks.
like fighting with their swords.
Yeah,
Sword
arguing over like who actually would win.
I was just thinking like they pull their swords out,
Not swords, they're
Whoa,
sabers.
Yeah,
pull their
lightsabers.
sabers out, lightsabers. You ever seen Family Guy with Herbert?
Well, f- you, Kyle.
Yes, we've seen
I hope you
Family
die.
Guy.
That
I hope
didn't-
you fucking
That's
die.
South
Talking about when Herbert goes
Potato,
to the
potato.
when Herbert's playing the Luke Skywalker scene and his lightsaber
Yeah.
drops down limp, and then Chris walks in. You ever seen that?
Oh,
Herbert the pervert.
He's the pervert.
It's funny stuff, man. Fuck you, pedophiles.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how I feel about
So
that.
a booth.
Bullpen wrestling.
So you think they would do?
Probably not after that segment. Probably,
Why not?
probably not.
They better double down.
Yeah. No, I think seriously. I think at minimum we could record there. At minimum, we could live.
We
live
just need to
record.
call them up and ask them. Just say, look, this is
Yeah.
what we
Is
do.
there a number?
Here's the link to our show.
We're friends on Facebook. I
Yeah.
message him.
But is there a number? We could do it live right now. Don't be scared, homie.
What were those fights we went to in Rome?
That
Redneck
was
Brawl.
Redneck
That
Brawl.
would be.
Now that would be it.
that would
Yeah,
be a
we've talked
podcast
about
episode.
that.
I really do want to do that, but I really want
fight
him to
Well,
enter
we
it.
tried. We tried to call that Sasquatch guy out.
Yeah, he
and
don't
we
want-
got on a thread.
Sasquatch don't want to.
And yeah, he didn't want none. Like either I don't know.
I mean,
They
we
just-
really
he
need
hopped
to
right the fuck up out of
We
that.
need to
Yeah.
really like play
As soon
up
as
the
I
whole.
got tagged into it,
Well, is there
it
video?
was like Mark Who.
Is there video on your social media?
Yeah.
Of you hurting people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what the? How are we supposed to get anything going, Mark?
Yeah, I probably should have.
These are 1 minute rounds with no athletic commission known to man.
Yeah, but the joy he gets from leaving those videos up outweighs the not getting them.
It's true.
That's true. How bad do you want it?
Enjoy. I'd take him down to fight Sasquatch. Yeah, I'd take him down. But
Did
I
y'all
think he's
see
already
that
found
video of Buddha and me? Did y'all see that one? I put on my.
From the White Belt Quartet?
Did you see that video I put up?
Of the White Belt Quartet?
I didn't know if y'all. Dave, did you see it?
I heard something about it.
Yeah. It's good.
The one where you submitted him?
Oh, well, I wasn't talking about that part. I was just saying.
where you hit the Kimura from bottom.
Yeah.
And then reverse position.
Right.
They immediately had a tap.
Yeah.
Kids were crying.
It was sad.
Yeah.
I heard you got tapped today, Jeff.
I got tapped like 7 times.
Tap
Yeah.
that ass.
Pretty much everybody tapped. The only good thing I did today during open
tap
mat was
in.
go take a shit. And
Yeah.
that,
I bet
like
everybody
said,
appreciated
pretty
that.
much
Thanks for that visual.
pretty much matched my jiu-jitsu today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Really? Well, you're knocking some rust off, buddy.
Well, I mean,
It's a good week, though. 3
other
days.
than literally the last, 3.5 weeks, I mean, I've been fairly consistent up until the last 3 weeks ago. But man, you take 3 weeks off and it's like, phew.
Did you get wrist locked any?
I did. So there's a guy in our gym, and his nickname's Crash. What's his real name? I don't even know his real name.
Really?
I do. I just don't want to say it.
It's Davis
I know.
Wilson.
I love Davis, but he got lucky today and hit me with a wrist lock. And
Lucky.
Was it luck?
Yeah,
Was he going for the wrist lock?
Where was he at when he wrist locked you?
full mount.
That's worse than the wrist lock you hit.
I know. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that it was bad. I let him get there. It was bad,
I wish Dave could hear the music right now.
but
It's so sad.
anyway, so I let him get there, and sure enough, he hit this wrist lock on me.
Yeah.
And
it just keeps building.
so I was okay with the wrist lock, right? I really was. I was like, okay, good for you.
It doesn't sound. I'm calling it a lucky wrist lock would let me think
It's
you're
not the
really
fact
okay
that he hit the
with
wrist lock, Mark. It's what he did afterwards.
it. So was it luck that he got it?
I shouldn't say it was luck.
Did you hit his pump?
He did hit the wrist lock. And then he says to me, that is my highlight moment of my entire jiu-jitsu career
Wrist lock
is hitting you with a wrist lock. And I said, well, that's good.
Did he jump up and say, "This is for Buddha"?
No, he jumped up and announced to the whole room, hey, I just wrist locked Jefe.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
okay. I see
Yeah.
where you went with that. So,
Did he hesitate at all?
no, he just threw it out there.
Like full.
I feel like he'd been more disrespectful. He just held you in mount and let everybody know, look,
No.
Jeff's down there.
F.A. mount.
That's,
Listen.
I just start talking to people when I get there. Just having conversations.
Turn the sad music off.
It's kind of sad.
Listen, it's not. I won't let that happen again.
What?
All that.
It really is
When
funny.
he talks, the sad music makes everything he says sound sadder.
Yes.
It like brings out the sadness in his voice.
Listen.
It doesn't do it to my voice or your voice.
No.
But when he talks, something about his
He
cadence,
leans into it.
it makes
Yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
it
It's
sound
natural.
sadder.
There's a lot of sadness in my
turn that
life.
shit
Look,
off.
yeah.
Jesus.
There's a lot of sadness here. But
Jesus, Jeff.
but it's okay.
But here at Integrity BJJ,
No,
728
no,
Bankhead
no,
Highway.
between my ears. But
All right, hit it again. Hit it again. Yeah.
but that's okay.
The first words.
I am going to. I'm going to get revenge there.
Okay, was there any time left in the round when he hit said wrist lock?
Yeah, about a minute.
Okay, what happened that next minute?
We just kept going, but no submissions. I did hit him with a pretty good top side. I have side control Americana.
Okay.
I did get a pretty
After
nasty.
the wrist lock?
No, it was before.
No. I was going to say he's letting you work.
But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I do know his kryptonite.
Are you shaking right now? Is it your knees?
Yeah, that's what he does.
Probably.
Your leg?
That's what he does.
So
Can
I
we do
mine.
something with him?
I think I found his kryptonite though.
Yeah.
Yeah, is just ask him a question
Oh, yeah.
while you're rolling.
He's dumb.
He is very dumb. I'm going to ask him. Someone's asking him math problems right in the middle of the roll.
Yeah.
well, I mean, he does math. He welds.
Well, no. I asked
Does
him.
he?
So Josh,
it's not dumb if it's brain damage.
not Josh, John, who for some reason everybody calls him Josh.
Who's John?
The long-haired guy.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Sweatpants.
Sweatpants.
yeah,
Oh,
John.
sweatpants.
Sweatpants. Yeah.
So-
No, well, I called him Josh in the beginning,
Yeah.
and I asked him, and so he just went with it.
Yeah, his real name is John.
Yeah, I call him John.
I know. And he walked in, and I looked at Davis, and I said, "What's that guy's name?" And he goes, all right, did y'all watch the debate a couple Thursdays ago?
Jeff.
Really?
Yeah.
We all sat
we
here and
sat
watched
here
the
and
debate
watched it
together,
together.
and then we
I was
posted
talking to
it.
the audience. So
I asked you if you said us.
I know, but I meant
And
the
you said
audience.
yes.
But literally listening to him answer the question was like listening to Joe Biden. Like, I think he said something about him. He calls him Josh John or John Josh.
John Josh Machado.
And literally,
John Jacques.
No, it's
Davis,
John Josh.
Davis
Oh,
gave
it's his
me.
brother,
he's a
his
white
cousin,
Machado.
John Josh.
John Josh Machado.
John Josh
I was hoping you weren't going to let that slide by. That's good.
That's so good, bro.
But he gave me like a
John Josh
15-second answer, and I was literally more confused after his 15-second answer than I was before I asked the question. I was like, dude.
Yeah, Davis he's an acquired taste sometimes.
I love Davis.
I love him to
I do
death.
too. He's
Love him
just
to death.
really dumb.
Is it dumb if it's brain damage?
Yeah.
If he can't help it,
Well, what if he was smart at one point and then
Well, it's
brain
fine.
damage
You're
came
not
in?
smart now.
it's disabled. Then he's like
So then he's
protected from the American with Disabilities Act. Jeff, you can't hurt
he's,
him.
Yeah, he's disabled.
He needs a blue sticker.
Sometimes I wonder if he
Blue
should be
sticker?
driving.
Yeah, handicap.
Oh, handicap stick. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What other blue stickers are out
I
there?
didn't know. I didn't know it was a sticker. I thought it was a hanger
Oh yeah, it is a hanger.
or a
Or a
license
license
plate.
plate.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
a sticker. The sticker's what threw me. It was weird.
Okay.
It's weird. I didn't know sticker.
Yeah,
Hanger.
Jeff.
Hanger.
Handicap sticker.
Well,
So he's just more disabled than he is dumb.
Yeah.
he's not.
Jesus, I don't know if that's better. I'm sorry, Davis. I try to help you. Yeah.
He's had
But
a few
he
concussions.
like really embraces it too.
Oh yeah. You
know,
I mean,
like
he doesn't really have a choice, Jeff. It's who he is.
But it makes me question how dumb are you really if you know you're dumb and you lean into it.
Oh, bro, I don't know. He's pretty dumb.
it's out of necessity, really. It is out of like.
He's pretty dumb.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't think it's premeditated. I think it's just necessity.
Yeah, it's like a warning sign.
So it's
Hey,
fair
everybody.
to say that you're going to be going after Davis with everything you got
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I have known Davis to match energy, Jeff.
I don't care.
I
What's
know
the
you don't
worst thing
care.
gonna
I'm just
happen?
telling
I
you. You don't have to
get
care.
He
submitted.
could kill you.
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't.
He could kill you. You don't care if you die?
No. No. I don't
You
care.
don't even have headphones
not-
and you know.
Don't do that. Yes, you fucking do. Say you do.
Well, I mean,
You say it.
I don't want to die.
I'll turn the music off if you say you don't.
I don't want to die, but I'm not afraid to die, if that's what you're asking.
Well, afraid wasn't care.
Yeah, you said so we said care. You said care.
We can play it back.
Can we?
Yeah.
We've never played anything back.
We can. We always play the intros back.
Yeah, we can run it back.
See, I don't just say shit to be saying shit. I'm not Davis. Sorry, Davis.
Boy, Teen Wolf is looking more and more like Teen Wolf.
Did he show up today?
Yeah.
Was he here?
Good.
Yeah, dude. Big
Well,
old.
I thought he left.
No, man. He's got this
No,
big
he took
beard.
one look at the Army and he was like, "Oh no, I'm going back to college."
I thought he was gone. You said we lost him.
No.
We did.
They would make him shave that big old beard. I know that.
Yeah, he's
That
looking
thing's, like,
very,
down to here.
very.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure that's not just his chest hair getting poofy?
It could be. Could be.
No, it looks good. Looks good. No, he's back. He's full on back.
He
Okay.
is, speaking of back, his hairy back is amazing. Like he looks
Amazing is not a
He
word.
It's
looks-
amazing. It's amazing.
Like-
it's the greatest hairy back in the world.
after a roll.
It's so
It's so
huge.
hairy.
He,
It's a
he
huge
looks like a
hairy back.
newborn calf. It's
Pelt.
It's a pelt.
It is
Yeah,
a
It is a
pelt.
pelt.
That boy's
You
got
could
some-
skin him and you have a full on pelt.
That boy's got some hair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like if we were on an island trying to survive, not only would
Or
we
he's
eat
skinning
Brandon,
him?
but we could use his skin for
We
like
could
a
take
blanket.
his hair and make a blanket out of
You
it.
can make rope.
Rope.
You could just braid it all together and make rope.
Wouldn't you be better off just like farming his hair then instead of killing him?
Oh, you're right. Make him grow it back
that's a
like
good point.
sheep.
Yeah. Just treat him like a sheep.
He could be
Bad boy. Bad.
like every 5 weeks. He has
Better
to
than
get,
that, make him squeal like a pig.
hey, every 5 weeks we have to shear him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
or
Shear.
shorn.
Shear.
Shorn.
Shear him.
Serum sounds right.
Shear him.
Shorn. He was shorn.
He would be shorn,
Yeah.
but we would shear him.
Have y'all seen that video clip where from
Where they
Family
shave
Guy?
that dude.
No,
Captain Random
with
strikes
the,
again.
With the
Johnny.
sheep talks about, hey, I'm next. And the guy's supposed to shear him. Oh, we're not playing that on here. I'll show that later.
Okay.
That's funny. Anyway.
So there's a whole thing that none of y'all are going to be able to hear.
So
or see.
we could, every 5
Look it up.
weeks, we could shave him down and make rope, blankets, goods.
I
We could
know-
take goods and sell them to the traders, the Indians.
I know what button that I need next.
Easy.
I know what button
I think they're
need next.
Pakistanis. I don't think they're Indians.
Hello.
We're trapped on an island.
This is modern day island. There's a 7-Eleven.
Because they're brown, Jeff? Is that
Why would you have
said
shears?
that?
I didn't
Yeah,
say
why would you have shears? Yeah, that's a
I
good
didn't say
point.
they were brown.
Hey, you said Indian. I don't know any white Indians.
Well, they didn't have shearers back then either, but they made. they
Well,
made-
I said it was a modern day like island. There's like a 7-Eleven.
You know what button I want, guys?
What?
A move along button.
Well, that
I want a
sounds
cue.
lame.
I want a move along button.
let's move along. All you gotta do is say it.
Yeah. Moving along.
Moving along.
Moving
What's
along.
next?
Moving along.
What's on our topic list?
We got a lot.
We do have a lot. I sifted through about
I saw
8 of
you
them.
added something to the topic list, Jeff,
I
for the
did.
first time ever.
I did.
piece of
Captain,
shit.
Captain, we need to plan more what we're going to say, and
Yeah, that's a
you
really
never
good
put
point.
anything on the topic.
That's a really good
list,
point. Way
ever.
to just put that on all of us.
So,
Yeah,
well, you know,
you don't nothing.
you guys
nothing.
are, but you guys do so much that it just, I'm like, man,
that it wouldn't be cool for you to add that to that lift a
I
little.
did add.
Share the lift.
I did add.
But what'd you add?
So this guy Wesley Hunt, he was in an interview and he shared a story about Trump. About the, I guess I don't know what his relationship to Trump was.
that wasn't the breaking news one.
No, that's my move along button.
So
I'm sorry.
I was sharing one story.
Way to have your topic displayed on the podcast, buddy.
I feel like I got set up for that.
You know what you need? You need like a horn that's on a boat, like on a ship.
Yeah, like a foghorn, big
yeah.
old foghorn.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. No, Wesley Hunt
Wesley Hunt
shared a story.
Yeah,
it was about Trump.
Yeah, and it was basically about when he was. I'm not sure what this guy's relationship is to Trump. I'm not sure if he was
Brother,
if he was CIA.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Not related.
yeah, I'm not sure exactly what his relationship was there, but anyway, during all this, and I was gonna find it for you really quick. I didn't know you were gonna put me on the spot, but I wanted you to see it. But he basically explains
It's better be good.
that when it is good, that
This better
when
be so good.
How
Trump
good is it?
wanted he wanted
Better be the
to
best.
withdraw the U.S. troops from Afghanistan.
Okay.
Okay. And he,
I think I remember.
Secretary of State. Okay, so here it is right here. He says he told the Taliban leaders that he would kill them. This is face to face. That he told these Taliban leaders. He said that if you harm a single hair on any American,
Yeah, I remember this.
he said I will have you killed. And he said the translator looked at him kind of like, do you? And Trump goes, tell him what I just said. And so the translator tells him, and then he goes on to say that he pulled a photo out of his vest pocket of his suit, and it was a photo of the Taliban leader's home where he lives.
That's kind of gangster.
And he showed it to him and basically
Yeah, that's
said,
gangster.
you know, hey,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, I will have you killed. And got up and walked out. I was like, just this thug shit, you know. And I thought, I love that.
Yeah.
But
You love thug
Thugs.
shit out of your president?
yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
So you'd be cool with like a Putin.
I mean, if it kept us safe and number one power
A lot
in the
of
world,
things can keep us safe. We could just nuke everybody else, and then we'd be safe.
well,
Come on, man. I've been watching debate shit lately. I want to debate something.
We're pretty weak right now. I mean, we got the whole world laughing at us.
Is Biden going to stay
Yeah,
in
but
the
that's a
race?
different point.
Biden going to stay in?
I mean, I'd
do you
rather
think?
have the other extreme than the extreme we have. I guess if that's what
Is
we're
he
saying.
going to stay in the race?
One can always
They
be worse.
want him to be.
Who? Who's they? Because I think there's multiple.
Well,
they.
they're saying the White House,
I think they want him out.
Yeah,
Why
I
would
think-
you put him in that debate?
but who's they?
And then shit on him right
I just
away.
asked that. You said they, and I asked. And now you're saying who's
Well,
they?
I'm just saying Jill obviously wants him
Jill
in.
wants him in.
She's out of her mind.
She is lost.
She's so
She likes
out of
the
her mind.
power.
She
He's
is so
fine.
crazy.
She
Yeah.
likes the power.
She is like crazy soccer mom.
Yeah,
right now.
she's
she's
enabling him.
carrying up.
And
Full Karen.
And she loves the power. She loves the fact that the whole
Yes.
world kneels down to her because she is the first lady, and she
Yes.
don't want to relinquish that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But the problem
You
is
did good, didn't you, baby? You did real good.
That was
The
so
problem
cringy.
is
so
that-
bad.
That was terrible.
so there's reports coming out saying that the White House, now whatever the White
Yeah.
House is saying that, he's going to stay in the race.
Is it not white?
But however, you've got people like Obama, even Clinton,
Trying to talk to him.
some
Trying
of
to
these
like,
guys
hey, man.
saying, "Hey, dude, you need to step down. You need to."
Well, there's been so far like 6 or 8 Democratic lawmakers, senators, and congressmen that have came out and asked him to step down.
Jesus.
And that's new. Like,
That since
doesn't
Obama
happen.
and Clinton went to wherever they went to meet him, where did they meet him?
Yeah.
Camp David.
Camp David, yep.
Yeah, it's
Come on, dude.
It's bad.
You had 2 former Democratic presidents come to Camp David.
The biggest concern, though, is that they let him debate. Before the debate, he was the same way. Where were these people then?
Yeah, and they're all going,
Yeah, they
oh, we had
knew.
no idea of his
Yeah,
cognitive
they all knew.
ability.
Because
Down
they,
there.
I think it's all set up.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was just to show the world and to give everybody give them a reason to say, "Hey, yeah, we agree he needs to step down." Why would they have done the debate so early? They've never done a debate this early, and I
Yeah.
think they did this.
And they only scheduled 2.
Yeah, this is a setup so that they can get him to step down and replace him probably with Michael Obama, and he'll be able to, he or she would be able to take over.
That's
You think you're helping the Republicans with
not
that
helping
nonsense?
whatsoever.
What did I say? Michelle Obama?
It'll be Kamala. It'll be Kamala.
It'll be
You really,
Kamala.
I hope it is,
It'll be
because I don't
Kamala.
think she's got a prayer. They can't stand her.
None of them have.
No, none of them have a prayer.
I mean,
That's the
she's-
problem.
She's worse than.
The
I don't
problem
think she
is-
wants it.
I don't know that she wants it either.
I don't
right
think
now.
she wants it. I don't think they
economy
can pressure
drives
into it.
elections.
Yeah. And I think what's going on right now is they waited too long and they don't have anyone else. They don't have another option right now. So the only option they have is to either ride out Biden and push him forward, or for Kamala Harris. And if Biden keeps doing, and the announcements they're making out of the White House, that's not helping Biden at all. Like they just announced that he's going to he talked to the governors, multiple governors, and told them that he was going to stop having meetings after 8:00 at night because he wanted to make sure he got in bed when he was supposed
Dude,
to.
he shuffles. He shuffles when he walks.
Like-
She has to help him down steps.
It was. Did you see the
It's
clip
like either that or
after the debate? Did you see the after
Yes.
debate? It was
Trump
terrible.
walking off and
good,
Yeah.
Joe.
No, not that.
even
I
like
know,
him
I'm saying-
after off the stage.
Yeah, on the
like
stage.
it was like helping him
bad.
take a step, and then like it was bad.
Yeah,
I read
it
an
was.
article the other day that said that they're actually doing this to create a swing to the other side. That they're both on the same team, just in different colors. So the more chaos
for
you
sure.
create, the more freedoms they can take away from us.
Right.
So this is a game plan to just take away more future freedoms. And that makes more sense to me than anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
Why would the Democrats sabotage their own power, except as to if you're on the same side as the other people,
Right.
you create more. Trump comes in, no matter what Trump does, it's going to be chaotic.
Yeah. Well, and when they first started like leaning away from Trump, they started doing the same thing.
Yep.
You know, Fox News, all, and they started doing the same thing back
You
the
see
other
it when
way.
they swing.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, we need to jump off this train."
John Trapper. Did you see his latest? So one of the moderators for CNN moderators for the debate came out and said that the Democrats were trying to do a Orwellian, like 1984 that you didn't see what you actually saw.
Yeah.
And he said what he witnessed was what everyone else witnessed, and they needed to know that. The public needed to understand what they saw is what they saw. That it's real. That the way Biden was, it was bad.
Yeah.
And it was probably worse in person than what it even looked on camera.
Candace Owens makes that point all the time, that they're always trying to question like what you see.
Man.
What you see isn't what you
really
see.
what you see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And like quit basic, like it's offensive really, that like no, don't trust your own judgment and your own eyes. Take our word for it, is what you're saying. Like they did the same thing with the vaccines. They did the same thing with COVID and masks and all that.
Don't look at the data.
Yeah.
Don't look at the real thing.
Don't decide for yourselves.
Yeah.
She got an initial.
Janine J.O.
The press secretary lady for the White House is always.
Oh God, I forget, but she is.
She will literally just lie to your face. I mean, you can say to her, "Hey, well, we saw that the sky was blue," and she'd say, "Well, I mean,
She flips to
Like,
a page.
I understand that you think it's
we
binder,
know that, but
in reality,
in reality,
And she's done the
just like,
same
what?
thing.
they
with
just
all this.
gaslight back the other way.
She says she flips to the page in her binder that talks about that topic, and she repeats whatever that she's supposed to repeat. And for this,
I don't see how they can do that. That would be exhausting.
Trump lied 29 times in the debate. It's been found that he lied 20. That's what they're leaning into. Like Biden just released last night his first interview. And it was he's had a cold. He didn't prep right before. Oh yeah.
Oh, they were literally blaming his handlers.
Yeah.
For the way he acted, they're saying that they did not prep him properly.
Wow.
Yeah, that he had too much going on. That
His
he traveled,
handlers.
that he traveled too much, like overseas, so he was jet lagged, which was like 3 weeks before the debate.
See, that's
and
the
then
split.
he spent the full week going into the debate prepping at Camp David.
Right.
So he had a week long, but he said he didn't prep the right way. Like he took responsibility for the bad performance. Like he didn't want anybody on his team.
See, that's where their house is split. They're trying to do damage control when the other half is basically just letting him out to pasture.
Yeah, he's trying to do damage control and say I'm still okay. I was really sick. Doctors thought I might had COVID. I talked to my doctor about all this. So all that he's trying to damage control it. And what they're used to having happen is everybody else just goes along with it. Especially CNN and MSNBC and the news networks. Well, now you got John Trapper, who was looked at prior to the debate as one of the most anti-Trump guys that you could have as a moderator.
Yeah.
Like anti-Trump. Everybody was scared to death of John Trapper as a moderator. I thought he did okay. I thought the debate was okay, but for him
sort
to
of
come
took a
out,
back seat, but
but for him to come out afterwards and say, no, the Democrats are trying to pull wool over on America, and what you saw is what actually happened. He's bad. That's a big deal. Like that stuff doesn't happen. It's one thing for Hannity to go off and go all in on it. It's something else for CNN and MSNBC to do it.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear Jon Stewart from Comedy Central did the same thing?
No.
He said how bad Biden did in the debate. Like they showed pictures
Just now, like,
and Jon Stewart is probably one of the most vocal
Very liberal.
liberals that have been in the news and in entertainment for years.
right.
I saw some of those clips, Dave, that were hilarious. Of Jon Stewart, he's like, okay, and it was all the one about the abortion. And he, he's like, yes, they play a clip about Biden and abortion, being asked an abortion question. Jon Stewart's like, yes, we got him with this one. Yes, feed into that, ask him an abortion question. And Biden starts talking. He's like, yeah, Joe, hit him. Now stop. And Biden says, and that's how we beat Medicaid. And John's like, what are you doing? How did you Medicaid abortion?
Trump responds right. Yeah, he beat the hell out of it.
That's right. And it's like, how did you screw up the simple thing that you can say? Like that's right in your wheelhouse. That's a softball they tried to give him.
Yeah.
And he whiffed. He missed all of it.
I know we talked about this last week, but I still feel like that's the best that we've seen Trump act in
Yes.
front of a camera.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, it was the most presidential.
yeah,
for sure.
he did. He was even when he talked about retribution and retaliation.
Yep.
You know, he basically, because everybody's worried about that, right?
Yes.
And he literally said, he goes, my retaliation is going to be to get the country in better condition. He said, I liked that he didn't take the sleazy low
Debate. on
yeah,
it.
or I'm trying to clear my name or make somebody else look bad. They got into a little bit of that. They got into a little bit of that.
About,
he said,
about
she
their
said,
golf
who
games.
gives a shit about golf?
Towards the end, yeah.
Each other.
Yeah, they do hate each other.
Well,
However, Trump to me never answered a question.
yeah.
Kind of avoided.
There was like 3 of them because even Robert Kennedy on his end where he was doing the real debate and answering questions in real time and all that, he even had a couple where he just didn't answer. He addressed something previously that they never got to. So they it's like a tactic in debate, like where they'll backtrack and fill that time with something they want to make a better
What they
point
really
on.
wanted to say.
So they weigh it out. Like, should I touch on this thing that I'm really not going to be able to convey inside of 2 minutes?
Yeah, or
can I
double down.
piggyback off
Yeah.
on this other? Yeah.
I was driving back from Gainesville all the way to Panama City. I listened to the whole debate.
Yeah.
Without seeing it on television.
Right.
I was very frustrated with the lack of the ability to answer.
Yeah.
And those questions mean a lot to me. Like
Right.
The
Yeah.
addiction ones. My family's been involved with that.
Yeah. Neither one of them answered that.
That to me shows some humanity.
Yep.
It would have done a lot.
Like Robert Kennedy had a clear-cut answer on addiction. I mean, he's 15 years sobriety now.
Yeah.
He had a real fight with addiction from the time that he was 14, 15 into his late 20s, I think.
Yeah.
And it's I think Trump was the most presidential, but avoidance to me doesn't make you presidential.
Right. Right.
Like if you ask me a hard question and I avoid it, y'all will be over me.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
And see,
Yeah.
that's where I think the moderators could do a better job on both sides of it, is asking those follow-up questions.
Yeah, there wasn't that
know,
much of that.
And it's
for
like,
sure.
wait, you said call them on their crap on both sides, because there's things that both of them said that were completely wrong, and everyone knew it was wrong. So call them on it. Ask them a follow-up question about that. When they don't answer, ask them another. That make them answer that question.
Right.
And I don't remember who it was, but someone that had done an interview with Biden a few years ago is a female news anchor. Just came out and did an interview just this week, and I wish I wrote her name down. But she said that the interview, what was different for this one, it was totally scripted. Yeah. She had every question in advance, couldn't deviate, couldn't say nothing else. And she said for her as a journalist, she said you don't turn down an interview with the president. You just don't. No matter who it is, no matter what the conditions are. As a journalist, that's like the best of the best to get an interview with the president. So she said she didn't feel like she could turn it down, but she said as a journalist, you're supposed to be asking questions not for her, but for the people that she reports to, for the public. And she said there was some questions in there. And she said, not even that I was trying to have a gotcha moment with him. She said, I just felt like, what he said could be, there could be some clarification brought, or he didn't answer it quite right, or he didn't give exactly what I want, and that's what makes a really good interviewer.
Or even if you have an opportunity to expand, could you expand on that?
That's exactly
and
right.
Kind of, give some details on what you mean.
That they gave no wiggle room whatsoever.
But they did that because of
for her.
Well.
This was several, but they did it to control the
narrative. I'm
narrative.
saying the way this one was set up.
Yeah. Look, I am 100% sure
the way they were even going to have
that
follow-up
Biden had every question before the debate.
I had a 1-minute response to most things.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure he had every question in the debate and was able to prep exactly what he was going to say. And he still
he couldn't do it.
Failed.
Yeah.
From the very first opening was bad. Like from the very first statement, we were looking at each other like, "What is this?"
Already, because that's how he's operating. Like,
that's normal.
This
for
is
him.
not. Yeah. So a declined version of him looks like what
everything else is smoke and mirrors.
And they show videos of him just from like 10 or 12 years ago, you know, is totally
Oh
different.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
he was
almost
fiery.
forgot how he sounded.
Yes.
Before he was all
And it does make
old.
you feel sorry. I mean, as much as I
Yeah.
disagree with him on a political level,
Right.
personally, I feel bad for the guy.
As a human, I do too.
As a human, I
like,
feel
I'm
bad
like,
for him. I'm like,
dude, that's
God,
terrible for
take
you.
him down, guys.
he's
Let him go
being-
enjoy the
he's-
final years of his life.
He's being pimped out here is what it
Basically,
is.
yeah. It's like, what do they
He's
have
being-
on this
he's
guy?
being put out
He's
on
a
the corner.
whore. He is a political whore.
by his
Slut.
wife.
Slutty whore.
Yeah,
He is
by
a
his wife,
slutty
and
political
dirty,
whore.
dirty,
by a
dirty whore.
Dirty.
No, he has no
No,
idea. And
no.
by a few
Trick
members of his
Turner.
family. At this point, I don't
Cocksuck-
think
no.
I don't think there's anyone in politics outside of his family that wants him to hold on. But I think like even Hunter Biden, all these they have made millions of dollars off of their daddy and off of her husband and off of Joe Biden and who he is and the political power that he holds. Once they roll him out to pasture, that's gone.
Yeah.
Like they don't get any more second
Well,
chances.
no, and they've burnt everything going into it.
Yes.
There's no real.
There's-
I mean, I guess there probably is a some
I mean,
degree.
I think it's
but-
pretty obvious with the way. I mean, to me, his wife Jill. To me, that's a disgrace.
It's terrible.
because a true loving spouse that has been with someone for that long, she knows.
Yeah.
She sees it.
Yeah.
Right?
Most of those are
She
all
probably
just-
sees it more than anyone.
And here's the reality.
Most of those are all business arrangements.
You're more concerned. You're more concerned about the power that he provides and the lifestyle he provides you than you are about his well-being.
Yeah,
for sure.
Truly, she doesn't love him. Not really.
I agree with Kyle. I think some of these are arranged marriages for
Yeah,
the game.
yeah, they're all. Yeah, the Clintons, total business, like
Yes.
total business move early on. Early on.
Well, they met in college.
That's what I said early on.
early on.
CIA don't play, dude.
No.
SRFK.
Oh.
Even that hurt. That wasn't the right.
That was the wrong one. No. I'm still there's
AV.
that one. Or maybe that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to. I'm not shifting off Robert Kennedy Jr., but it does seem like after the debates went as they did, and maybe I'm just being skeptical or whatever, but it seems like you're starting to see a shift where he'll start to position himself either for the next election or maybe a different role in government altogether. But I don't know. I'm still with him, but
Has Trump said who is? Has he picked a VP yet?
No, I saw something today that he was floating someone else out there because of everything that's going on, but he hasn't said it yet.
a VP would swing. I'm about as swing voter as it fucking
Tulsi
gets.
Gabbard, bro. Tulsi.
If he threw a Tulsi in there,
Give
he'd
me
have
a
me.
Tulsi.
What about Tim Scott?
I love Tim Scott.
Yeah.
I do too. Do you even know who Tim Scott is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Old man Scott's boy.
Yeah.
Nah. We about tapping out.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Yeah, I do too.
I
like
think,
Tim Scott. South Carolina.
yeah. I'm about as probably a swing voter as it gets. Like you could pretty much sway me as long as there's a third party involved. Like this is about as swing as I've gotten. I've never really voted Democrat because I've never really voted. I've only voted like
Who would
once
you
or
vote
twice.
for right now if the election was today?
Yee, that was
Kennedy.
aggressive.
I mean, if you're gonna put me on the spot, Kennedy.
Right now, today.
Right now, today, yeah.
I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah, the closer to November and the more detrimental it gets, that may change. Or if he comes up with a hell of a VP like a Tulsi, that would sway me. But
I don't like any of our choices, but a Kennedy's a Kennedy.
yeah, and I think that both sides and everybody can pretty much agree that this is pretty shitty of a fucking choice on either side. Like this is the best that it gets. But either way, I think it's very important that if you're right or if you're left, I think both sides need to be very careful with sort of the language that they use when they start describing things, especially voters.
Yeah.
Like the left has suffered real bad for how they treated Trump voters
Yes.
going into the Biden election.
Yes.
All of them were stupid. You're
Yes.
dumb. You're an
Deplorables.
idiot. And then dehumanizing them in a lot of
Yes.
ways.
Yep.
But the right has been guilty of this in some sense too.
Yep.
And I think it's important that both sides learn a lesson there, because that can swing back hard the other way. Like, you're an idiot if you vote for Biden, but so many of the Democratic Party aren't voting for Biden. They're voting for their party, and they fight for their party no matter what. And they're diehard. Like, be practical. And that's what I'm looking for in voting, is like, who has a practical fucking approach here? And right now, that's Kennedy for me. But, you know, depending on how the rest of the year goes and how close it looks, you know, that may change. I don't know. But that's my tap out. Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I think that, you know, I mean, you got to do what you think's best. I mean, but obviously, I mean, I've said this before, that I don't really care about what somebody, and there's a lot of people that disagree with me on this, but I don't care how a person acts in their personal life. I don't care. I don't care if you're an asshole. I don't care. It does not matter to me. I want somebody that's going to lead the country, that is going to strengthen the border, that's going to strengthen the dollar, that's going to strengthen the military, that's going to make America the powerhouse that it should be. Because without that, we are weak and we are vulnerable to other countries. Now, can that be done without being an asshole? Yeah, it can. I mean, Reagan did it in the 80s. And he had an overwhelming landslide of a win in 84 when he ran again. You know, I think he had like 80% of the electoral college vote. I mean, it was something crazy. So it can be done, right? And that was after the Carter years in the late 70s when recession and gas prices and people sitting in line to get gas and the dollar was weak and we were, you know, laughed at by other countries. So it can be done. I'm not saying that Trump's that guy. Obviously, I know there's so many people that hate him.
Yeah, but I think that's more of an argument for the left. Not for the left, but against the left. Because the far left are the only people that take that position, that he's a mean guy and that they care about what he does in his personal life.
That's just what you hear on TV. You hear that a lot. You hear a lot of people that say that
from the left,
that we didn't vote for Biden. We just voted against Trump.
Not Trump. Right. But a lot of that was people on the left.
Sure, I understand.
But what I'm saying is there's a whole category of people that don't care about that either, and they still have somewhat of a problem on how he does things. They have a lot of positives too. And
from a policy standpoint, I don't know a lot of what he did that wasn't right.
Yeah, and I think lot. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there's a majority of people that would agree with you, and I think those people are stuck in between the middle and leaning right.
And that's where I would challenge somebody is to say, hey, if you can tell me, I'm open to hear it.
Do you think raising the national debt for COVID was a good policy? He blew up the deficit.
I understand, but you got to also remember too that the economy was completely shut down during that time, right? And I'm not saying it was right or wrong.
I understand.
And it was uncharted water for everyone. And you got Fauci over here saying, you know, put your mask on, and then he turns right around and takes his mask off. So you had a lot of misinformation that was coming out, and that was uncharted water. But when you look at the job creation, the oil production, the energy efficiency, the strengthening the border, our position in foreign relations, it was unmatched compared to what it is today.
Well, and all the deficit and everything, like reaching the $8 trillion. Sorry. I understand like that you have to go in to try to see something on the other side. So meaning that you have to invest in scaling and costs and all that kind of stuff. And in Trump's defense, you know, those investments were never able to be seen through. You know,
and he made
Biden
these other
cut
countries,
the fucking knees out as soon as he could.
He made these countries pay. Like these countries that had not put their fair share in. He said, basically, look, you're expecting us to defend you, and you're not even putting a cent.
Well, NATO was put on blast over it because you know, well, y'all come up with some money and y'all come up with it, and then it slowed things down. He
approached it like a business. He treated America like a business instead of running it like a Baptist church that's just going to go broke when the givers stop giving, and
which I like for a lot of things.
Anyway, that's my tap out. Mark, you take it over. Hit that move on button.
That's our move on button?
It's the only one I got. It's better than the other ones.
Hit the machine gun.
We could use that one.
Oh, I think we copyrighted.
Yeah. We
Take
can
us
do
down, Mark.
I'm going to tap out to that I feel like we are at a turning point really in American politics, because we know that these, regardless of who wins this next election, we're going to have in 4 years a fresh group of candidates. There's not going, Biden's not going to run it. If Biden loses, he's not going to run again 4 years from now. Trump, if he loses again, I don't think he's going to run again in 4 years from now.
I think he's telling the truth when he says he wouldn't have ran again if it weren't for Biden doing such a terrible job.
I think I do actually.
I kind of do too.
I do, because I think he wanted to ride off into the sunset.
He doesn't need
and
it.
be super
He
successful.
doesn't need all this crap.
And play off of it the way that he was. So I am excited about the fact that we're going to, in 4 years at least, we're going to get a new group of candidates that's going to be fresh. It's going to be new. Hopefully, on the Republican side, they start that with their vice president pick for Trump, and really try to, you talked about Reagan. Reagan did a really good job in the 8 years he was in office, and then set up his vice president for at least, for 4, for Bush to at least come in and to be president. So I think it gives everyone an opportunity to do a reset, whether that's, I don't think it'll be Kamala Harris in 4 years. I think the Democrats are done with her. I think that if she runs this year, and Biden drops out and she takes over for them, she'll lose badly and she'll be done. They won't ever roll her out again. So I'm excited for 4 years from now to see where America goes. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see if we get an actual third party.
That it would be nice to see where we go, and I think, depending on who Trump, like if he does pull a Tulsi Gabbard into as a VP. She's a current independent. I think it sets up our first independent president that we've, or at least the
RFK
first
can't
one
make a move like that, right? Now that he's committed.
No, anybody, they can switch whenever.
Whoa.
Yeah, they can flip flop wherever.
That'd be check
RFK could
mate.
Absolutely, because he would pull Democratic vote from Biden.
Yeah, well, and that's the whole worry is that he's going to draw too much from Trump or something like that.
Yeah.
If he was VP,
Trump is
if they
getting
could work
Trump
together.
Yeah, I don't know that they could work together. Trump is getting Trump votes no matter what.
That'd been pretty cool.
In all the polling, Trump's getting Trump votes.
Yeah, Trump is Trump.
Biden is losing. I think he's 9 or 10 points down, and like 12 points down if you throw RFK Jr. in. He's losing by 12 points. So it's worse for him the longer RFK stays in.
Oh yeah.
In the race, it's worse for Biden. So they want him out. They want RFK out. They want to move on to just a straight Republican and Democrat. Trump wants him to stay in, obviously, because it makes it easier for him.
For sure.
And he doesn't fight back.
What if he
against
just picked
it?
it?
As
I mean, I
He'll
don't know.
take from Biden.
I'd
no
love
matter
to see him
what.
pick him up as a VP.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be the ultimate checkmate.
That would be the literally fuck you to the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, if he
Damn.
picked, can you
Yeah, I
imagine
didn't think about
what
that.
if he picked up RFK as a
Say that
VP?
again on mic, Dave.
I was saying if Biden dropped out and Kamala, for whatever reason, they talked her out of running, all their money that was put in for the elections, for their election, could not be used by anybody else.
So they'd have to raise.
They'd have to
Somebody'd have to.
Yeah, it'd have to
oh,
switch
really?
Somebody's going to play a power move there to get some favors. They'll be like, "I'll finance it. I know you're
probably.
late stage."
They're talking hundreds of millions of dollars.
Jesus.
Yes. Yeah. It'd be big. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
God, what if he picked up RFK?
I don't think he will.
I'm
I don't
just
think-
saying.
That's the fucking. Start putting it in the ether.
It's not gonna happen. RFK. Okay. RFK has a better shot of Biden pulling out and the Democrats wanting him to take the nomination on the
Yeah,
Democratic
I could
side.
see that, but I don't know if he won it.
Well, he used to be a Democrat.
I know.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. He
Yeah,
has
I
a
know.
better chance, and he probably polls better that way than he would if he would flip Republican and then try to springboard that into a presidential race in 4 years. No, it just
That'd
wouldn't.
be nuts. Be nuts.
It wouldn't. But,
He already goes against the grain.
look, Spiro Agnew, do you guys know who Spiro Agnew is? Was vice president under, right? He was the vice president under Nixon.
Okay.
But he was actually removed from office before Nixon. During the Watergate, he entered his own scandal. I listened to a podcast this past week about it. Really interesting podcast. The same time all that Watergate's going on for Nixon, he was caught up in his own scandal for Baltimore kickbacks, and he pled guilty to tax evasion and a $10,000 fine. But part of his plea agreement was he had to step down and out of the vice presidency. So anyway, he was a longtime Democrat and flipped Republican just to get into office, and then rode that all the way to the vice presidency. So it could happen. It could happen. We'll see. But that's it. That's all we got, man. Y'all good?
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
good?
Yeah.
All right.